Hello subscribers. My day is started very different than normal. I woke up to a phone call from the young lady who takes the boys to school that she was in Goshen and was running late at 7 a.m. I usually have already dropped David off at his friend's house at 7 a.m. And so she's in Goshen and I'm sleeping. So adult fail this morning. On top of it, Serenity has a tooth cleaning at 7:10. So this is how I started my day. Like, I'm late. For everything. How am I supposed to get, except my school. How am I supposed to get Serenity to her dentist and the boys now to school? So I tell Janella I'll take the kids. Call the dentist and they ask if we can be like 20 minutes late. They say, actually, can you just come at 8:30? Heck yeah, we can come at 8:30. That works out perfect. So that made everything way easier. So the kids get ready super fast. We pick up the boys, drop them off at their school, and now Serenity and I are on our way. Although I'm driving behind someone going like 20 miles an hour. I'm not very
Honk,
patient.
honk, honk!
You don't do that. It's not nice. So now Serenity and I are on our way to her dentist appointment, and she's going to be late to school now. She wouldn't have been late. None of them would have been late if Janelle and I woke up on time. So I checked, and for fall break last week, I never turned my alarm back on because I turned it off last week so I could sleep in every day while David was on fall break. Yeah, fall break's over and I still think I can sleep in. I woke up late yesterday too, but like 20 minutes late, which is not a big deal. Like, instead of getting up at 6, I got up at 6:20 and still got David there by 7. Not today. So today is a little different. What I'm doing is meeting classmates for dinner, and we are then going to hear a presentation. I guess I'll take my wallet in. I didn't bring a purse, but so I was going to vlog while I drove, except that I had no idea where I was going because we're at Top Cat, I think it's called. Top Cat, which is in downtown Kalamazoo and somewhere near where we're eating. So I'll try to vlog on here. So this next part in my vlog is I Marco Polo all day. Check out that app. But this is a conversation I was having with a woman friend of mine who I respect and admire greatly. So this isn't her part of the conversation. You just get to hear my part, but I think it's enough to make sense. The very beginning kind of doesn't make sense because I named a person and I took out their name, but I was just naming a person, and we were referring to people that are a police officer, husband and wife, and so that's the very first part that didn't kind of make sense was me saying, oh, are you talking about ABC person? Then I went on with the story. So that's out though, because I don't need to be naming people, because it wasn't even who she was talking about. So enjoy this next part. Yay. The only challenge with this is that sometimes when I'm doing this, I stop your video, and then I actually go talk, so I don't forget all the stuff I had in my head. Oh, as a little kid, and I've heard her say things before about like blocking people. Like, she has this like blind loyalty to cops, and it's like at parent-teacher conferences, David's teacher said, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that you're real about your son. It's the ability to love someone unconditionally and acknowledge the wrong at the same time. Because people don't know, it's not all or nothing. It's not cops are superheroes, and if they're not superheroes, they're evil. Like, cops can be superheroes, and it's still not fucking okay to kill people. And if I'm a cop, I'm going to say that. I'm going to say, hey, what I do is hard and scary, and my life is on the line for your safety, and I don't even know you, and I've dedicated myself to that. And so that shit matters, and it's powerful. And what a fucking shame that other people abuse this power that we do have, that is
sometimes hard to balance and navigate, and they kill human beings, our brothers in life in this world, they kill them. Not fucking okay. And so cops, more than anyone else, should be standing up against this fucking violence, because that's what they've dedicated their lives to. So I think that it is a naive and ignorant perspective, especially in the police world, to think that people that stand up against cop brutality and violence are standing up against all cops. Like, it's just not black and white. I remember, I just want to first show back to kids, but I was doing some sort of justice stuff for David's class in like fourth or fifth grade. It was fourth or fifth grade, I think. It was fifth grade, I remember, because this teacher's a doctor, like a medical doctor, that she started teaching so that she can have life with her kids, but she still keeps up her medical license. Yeah, amazing. So, this medical doctor, who's David's teacher, was great, doing restorative justice for the class, and as I'm prepping, like I'm talking with her, because I gotta make what we do appropriate for the fifth grade developmental stages, and so I was just asking her some questions, and she said immediately, just so you know, your son's ability to understand that the world's not black and white, and wrong and right, and good and bad, isn't developmentally normal. Like, he significantly supersedes developmental stages in that. Most of these kids don't know that the world's like that they don't understand this gray. And when she said that, I was like, oh gosh, you're right. Adults don't even understand that shit. So, I'm sorry that woman, who is a social worker, I mean, that's not what you're taught as social workers, though, either. You're not. I don't think in society in general we're taught to acknowledge and embrace that good and bad are wrapped in together. That yin-yang thing is a reality of our existence. And, but in our culture, it's ignored. And they view the yin is over here, and the yang is over here, and they're not swimming together. So, I do, though, like, I appreciate your courage to engage in these conversations with people, because I don't have it. Like, it takes me a lot to, like, actually step out and, like, I'll stand with people, but, like, actually, like, I don't know, like, this direct, I want to say confrontations with people that you have the courage to do, and you do it with grace and respect and integrity, but I don't always have the, courage to do that. So I just want to acknowledge that that's something I've always respected and admired even more than respect. I think I admire that about you, because I don't have that courage all the time, very often, ever. And then what you said about your kids and there's a missing husky. Your kids and your husband, like, shit, I know. There's been times, and it's I get, like, it's just a less of a risk for me, because my son gets to go to this Mennonite school, but, like, going to, like, public school where your kids are around going to school with the other kids that's parents are in, it's the mayor's kids and the city councilman's kids and these people that are doing unjust things. And so for, like, your kids to go to school with their kids, we take that home. But while you're talking too, like, I've heard this dialogue from families before, and the parent goes to, it's weird, the adult in the family, like, talks with the other, like, the spouse and the kids, and I assume more likely than not, when you talk to your family about this, as I think you do, they just support you. Like, they're able to handle this. And then, like, as your kids are adults, like, maybe they suffer, I don't even like the idea of that shit, but they, like your little boy, when he got picked on at school, like, the way, the amount of empathy he navigated that situation with is profound. And you don't get that from having a sheltered, simple, padded life. And so, yeah, as long as you're keeping those dialogues open with them and making sure they feel safe and okay, because there is that line. Like, you don't want to cross the line where they're like, you know, damn it, Mom, can't I matter more than Tulsa? for a second or whatever. And so, like, you have to always be careful with that. What was the other thing I thought about while you were talking was one of the negatives in the Mennonite community is that they only play with each other. And so when you only, like, whenever you're on any type of extreme and you only navigate with people with like minds, you're never actually challenged to think of the other side or consider it, or even be sensitive in your own dialogue to, like, the other side's perspective, hearing and learning the other side's perspective. Like, that is actually, I believe that's a vital role in activist work. And, like, you embrace that, like, wholeheartedly. And I think you do that well. It's not easy though. Like, doing that shit is way fucking harder than just walking alongside your like-minded friends and you all think the same and get mad at the same stuff and no one ever, like, pushes back. But we in this work, we have to stop. We have to question ourselves. We have to check. We have to cry. We have to feel angry and frustrated. Like, just as we are empowered to go out and, like, fight the world and stand up for right and wrong and, like, stand with courage. You can't stand with courage if you haven't actually questioned yourself, if you haven't questioned your motives, if you haven't thought about the potential consequences and navigated all of that. It's like, standing up for justice is a complicated and hard process. You have to be fully engaged. I'm gonna probably put this video on my vlogs, just so you know, sorry. But so it's not easy, and to do it well, you do it with other people so that you can all do this together, like, process together and cry together and question each other. What was I thought of something else that was funny in relation to all this. I don't remember. I just said a whole lot. So, okay, talk soon.